Alright, good evening. Hi there, Craig. How are you tonight? Can you hear me fine? I don't know if the audio's on. Excellent. So, things are looking good, or sounding okay, I hope, and looking okay, I hope. Who we've got? Craig, how are you tonight in Edinburgh? And Jason's here as well. Good evening. Yeah, I was setting up the scopes after changing out the hub on the RASA mount and set everything up, and the back clouds are starting to roll in, so it looks like they've broken again, so we'll see how things go. But you know what the weather's like, totally unpredictable, as it appears to be everybody is struggling as well. So I've got the two rigs running, or two of the three rigs running, the RASA and the Edge 11. So we've got the Edge 11, sorry, we've got the RASA on screen at the moment. I need to get my displays the right way around, otherwise I'm going to be confused what I'm looking at. Unless I put them both on the same screen, but then that'll be too small to see. Is it possible to zoom in closer, Faze? Hey, good evening, Faze. Well, we've got the, which rig are we on now? I need to sort myself out here. So, right display and left display, right, all good. Okay, so right display is the Edge 11, that's at 1960mm focal length. And the center display is the RASA, so that's 620mm focal length. So two views, or two different scopes I should say, of the moon. So I've got the RASA one here on region of interest, so just a 3120 by 2088 in mono 8 mode. And I've got the Edge set up at full resolution. So that's a full resolution setup there. So I don't know how long the cloud will stay away from. If I just pull up, I don't know what my windows are doing here. This is what happens when you get too many screens open. So let's have a quick look at the satellite and see where the clouds are, but they did roll in. Satellite. Coming in from the west. So we'll see how long they behave themselves. I think we're in this patch, clear area at the moment, so we might get half an hour or so. So we'll wait and see. Okay, so where do we want to go this evening? So obviously we've got the moon on both the scopes. Faze, he wanted me to zoom in a little closer. So which scope would you like me to zoom in on? The 2800 or the RASA? So that's the Edge 11 at 2800mm at the moment. I think I've got the cooling on both cameras. Thermal controls are on, yes. Not that really matters for the moon. Thermal controls, yeah, they're both on. So yeah, there's the RASA 11 at 100% resolution or 100% zoom. Maybe could do a little focus on there. It's not as sharp as it was earlier on. So yeah, they changed out the powered USB hub on the RASA 1, or the RASA mount I should say, because I was having issues with devices, particularly the cameras, when they were misbehaving. I couldn't power cycle them remotely, even though I turned off the power for the hub. There was still power bleeding through from somewhere, either from the PC or from one of the other devices that was keeping the camera powered up. So I decided to switch to the Pegasus Astro USB hub, which has got individual channel control, and we'll see how we get on with that. Okay, so I thought you could potentially, I forgot which camera I'm on. There we go. I could potentially slew the scope off somewhere else, maybe one of the rigs. If you saw my image the other night, I was on the M101 on the RASA. Let me find that image. Yeah, so this was the image from the RASA the other night, and I need to go back at this target again and see if I can get some more colour into it, but up in the right hand corner, let me switch the screen, it's easier for me to look straight on. There we go. Yeah, so when I was imaging this after I'd finished processing it and things, I did notice up in the top right hand corner, just I don't know if you can see where my mouse is, but I did spot two galaxies tucked away up here. I don't know if you can see them there. So I think I managed to track them down using Aladdin Light, and I think these are two of, I can't remember the numbers of them, but they're two in the LADA catalogue. And if I've got my measurements right, and my distances right, the luminosity distance was, or the whatever they call it, I think it was luminance distance, is 1.699 billion light years. So if I've got my distance right, I think that's my furthest identified object. I think my previous was 1.67 billion light years, and that was a background galaxy for NGC 58 something or another, I can't remember now. But there's a stack of galaxies in this image. Obviously you can see the sort of the main ones, but when you actually zoom in, there's galaxies all over the place. So I'd like to go back and do some more time on this and see what else is lurking in the shadows. Anyway, so shall we, oh sorry, and I meant to say, so I also did a crop just on the galaxy, and that was it there. So yeah, quite happy with how that came out, although it could do with a little bit more colour. This was with a UV IR cut filter, so I might go back in and pull a bit of colour with the HA, or just on the straightforward, more time approach. Anyway, so back to the moon. Where will we go with the scopes? I think I forgot which scope I'm on. Let's zoom this out a bit. There we go. We can see the whole thing now. Yeah, so this midless one that we're on is the RASA. So I thought we could maybe disconnect from SharpCap and take the RASA for a run somewhere. And meanwhile, if I shrink this down, original size, there's the other scope. Two views for the price of one. So Craig, where are we going to go? Will we take the RASA somewhere for a spin, or will we take the Edge 11? The RASA is better because it's a big light fast bucket that can resolve targets quite quickly. Let me fire up Nina. Can you see any black holes? No, not with my gear. They're just too small, too far. M87 group, so that's Markarian's chain, I think it is, isn't it? Okay, let's. Hi, lass. Good evening. All right, let's disconnect SharpCap from here. Let's minimize that, and let's get that out of the way as well. So let's connect the camera. Hopefully this will all work. And turn on the cooling. Focuser, or telescope first. Focuser. We don't need the weather, we will leave the guider off temporarily. And let me just make sure it's working. I'll go to imaging and do a quick 1 second burst just to see if it's still working. There we go, yeah, it's working. Okay, so let's go to Sky Atlas, M87. Oh, that's good, we're right up at the zenith at the moment, so we'll set for framing. Let's maximize Nina. And we will slew and center. No, M87's right up high in the sky for me. Might be too close to the moon. We'll worry about that once we find out. I can certainly see a bit of glow there. Yeah, I think we're too close to the moon. That's a lot of sky glow. So let's go and ka-ching. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. M13 globular cluster. M13. Slewing center. And if it's too small with this focal length, Jason, we can always switch across to the edge. Where is a new window? Let's see my cameras. No, we're struggling to see anything. I must be too low. Huh? No. Even my home assistant's capped itself. Can't see my cameras. No, we're not getting anything there. Let me go to a target that I know it should be perfectly visible, and I'll take it from there. Alright, so here's M81 and M82. Let's head over there first. I'm not sure my camera rotation, so we'll have to wait and see what comes up. Moon's still there. Let's move it over a bit. Wouldn't it be good if we just got an impact? Oh, going the wrong way. Still going the wrong way. There we go. Oh man, here we go. Have I got my dome connected and tracking? It should be. It's probably not. That's maybe the issue. It helps when we've got the dome tracking. I would have seen that if I had my Home Assistant server working, but it's dead in the water at the moment for some reason. Right, dome's moving now. That'll help. Let's go back to framing and try again. Well, Mr. General, if you watch the Quavo Lazy Geeks channel, he's in Tokyo and he can get some amazing pictures. So you should be able to manage it in London with the correct equipment. I think Astrobiscuit, he's also London, isn't he? Framing, Slewing Centre. Now that the dome's tracking, we should be better placed. There we go, we're back in business. All right. Go to imaging. What was that? 6 seconds. So we can do 15 seconds. I don't have guiding on yet. Let me do that in a second. Hey Ollie. G'day mate. I just thought I'd do a quick live in between the broken clouds after setting up the scopes this afternoon. Let's turn off annotations. Don't need them on. Guiding. So there's M81 and M82. I don't think I'm focused. I think I need to do an autofocus on it. Let me see what this 15-second again 125 looks like. But it might be too bright with the moon, the satellite coming through. No, that's not too bad. Okay, so let me do an autofocus. It's my guiding. Guiding's guiding. What are we getting? 0.92 arc seconds. Oh. I keep forgetting which window I'm on. How's my own moon doing? Moon still there? Must be early morning, is it for you, Ollie? 10 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that? And Jason, it must be the middle of the night for you. Are you about 10 hours behind Cyprus? We're still focusing. Going the wrong way on the moon again. How's our focus doing? Just about finished. Yeah, you're 2 hours behind in Edinburgh, I think, Craig. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Ah, you're in the UK as well for a change, Ollie. You must be on holiday, are you? Are we gallivanting around the world? Okay, we're focused on the best we can get. Alright, so that was 15 seconds on the M81 and M82. And let's go back and see, now that I've got the dome tracking, which was a schoolboy error, and have a look at where M13 was. Yes, so we should be able to get that. It's currently 22 degrees, I think, so should be alright, providing there's no trees there. No, I forgot to change display. Yeah, that was M81 and M82. Currently slewing off to M13. And there's M13 coming into view. Let me do 30 seconds on here once the slewing centre's finished. Let's move the moon over a bit. Okay, 15 seconds on M13. M13 globular cluster. I don't know where this ring's coming from. I think I've got a reflection inside somewhere. That'll be the next thing to try and sort out. But certainly since I moved to the UFC filter changer, the vignetting is significantly better. Okay, shout outs, next target. Well, this is doing a 30-second. Hey Donald, same thing as in you get this ring. Yep. Did you change your filter system on the RASA, Donald? Or have you, what are you using there? Because I used to get horrendous vignetting with the ZWO filter drawer and the stock M48 adapter plate. M51 says Lass. Good evening, Lass. The Sky Atlas. Let's see where M51 is. Question mark galaxy. Let's take a butcher's over there then. Slewing Centre it is. How's the moon doing? Still there. And that looks like M51 in the middle. Another globular cluster. It's taking a long time to finish. It's waiting for the guiding to start, I think. Yeah, that's why it is timed out. It's guiding though. 30 seconds on AM51, I should say. Looks like a small galaxy down here as well. Hey Donald, I am using the stock CPWI to connect to Nina. And I also do that with my CGX mount. I've got the CGX-L mount on the RASA and a CGX-L mount on the Edge 11 and then a CGX mount on the Lunt scope. Okay, where did Jason say, apart from it being too hot in Arizona, you big fanny? NGC 7023. NGC 7023. No, I think it'll be too low. 20 degrees. I don't think I will get that. Let's pull open Stellarium. And I wish these control boxes would stay open all the time. I don't want full screen. Let's head off to the north somewhere. Well, there's Mars. Deep sky objects. AGC. Everything's a bit too low at the moment down here. Well, we should be able to get the Iris Nebula. Let's give it a crack. I forgot what screen I'm on again. You can bypass using CWPI if you connect to the USB port of the hand controller and then just use an ASCOM driver. Then you don't need to use CPWI if I'm correct. I've never tried it, but I believe that's what you need to do if you don't want to use CPWI. I think I see some clouds. No clouds over the moon, so. Oh, it's some sun today for a change. We had rain a couple of days ago, thunderstorms. I think the focus has drifted a little bit on the moon. I can't remember which way my camera's rotated. Let me just check. Okay, we're at a funny angle. Okay, let's go to imaging. We'll get some clouds, hopefully they'll clear through. 30 seconds on the iris. Let's see what we get. Tiny little galaxies in the middle of nowhere. Now we can just see the Iris Nebula at 30 seconds through the clouds. We'll do a 60 seconds just for the hell of it. There's M13. There's the pesky moon. So we're up here at the Iris Nebula at the moment. Yeah, that cloud round there. Didn't like that. Let's have a look at where I should say M101. Certainly the seeing conditions have deteriorated. It was a lot more stable a few hours ago. You'll have to get a couple of small solar panels and a small air conditioning unit, Jason, and just leave that running all the time. Or take a power off your house if you don't fancy electricity bill them. I think my dome in summer here internally gets up to about 38, 39 degrees. Just crack the shutter open during the day just to let some air circulate. Okay, so there is a 30 seconds on M101. We push it to a 45. Am I using Hocus Focus? Yes, I have been using Hocus Focus in Nina. I'm not using it at the moment, but I was using it on the Lunt scope. No, not the Lunt scope. Yeah, I did have it on the RASA scope. When I changed out the filter system, I used it on there. I did have a lot of difficulty trying to get it to set up with the Edge 11 though. Okay, M101, 45 seconds. Yeah, what I had to do, Donald, was set off the focus run, and if there was weird drop-offs at the end, I adjusted the step size, and once I got them within a curve, I then tweaked the number of step counts around that, so I kept adjusting just one at a time, either the step size or the step count. And eventually I pulled it in onto a curve and managed to get a decent R number. There's an M51 available. It sure is. Let's see a peek. It's a bit excessive, I assume. I think I've got mine set for 6 steps, I think it is, if I remember. Let's have a look. Options, imaging, autofocus. I'm using the Celestron focuser, so I've got 100 step size. And I crop the inner 0.8. Where's focus? I've loaded it back up again. Focus. Yeah, it is set for focus. So initial offset steps of 5, step size is 100, and a backlash out of 20 I've got set on mine. M51. Let's do 45 seconds on there. I should be doing a live stack. Here we go, M51, 45 seconds. You've been working with using advanced sequencers, yeah. So for the advanced sequencers, for example, if I open up a previous session, let's say that M101 from the other night, I set up the global triggers, meridian flip, cool the camera, start guiding, and then I've got my target set, restore guiding, center after drift, and I do a analysis after every exposure with a maximum 5 arc minute drift, so that's 240 pixels. Autofocus after an HFR increase of 10, sample size of 10 with amount 5%, and I did that every 3 exposures. And then I look at the curve, the horizon curve or altitude chart, whatever you want to call it, to see the latest I can really push down to a target so it doesn't go below 30 degrees, and then I set that time if I'm doing an all-night session in there. And just set my exposures. Once the session hits the time limit, it then disables the dome, sets the tracking to stop, sets the telescope to home, parks the dome, closes the shutter, and then warms up the camera. Job's a good one. Right, I need another target. Where are we? Where was M51? See what's around there. Sunflower, M63, isn't it? Yeah, let's head off there. Search. Slew. Oh, we've got a target already. Just waiting for the guiding to start. Yeah, I'm going to set up the artificial horizons on the on Nina. I'm going to give I haven't got it unloaded on this scope. I think it's on the other scope. But the horizon generator, I was going to give that a try. Okay, let's do 45 seconds on. Did that go? Did I choose the right target? Framing assistant, M63. Yeah, I did. Why was it still showing? M51. Let's see what comes in here. My internet seems to be all over the place tonight in terms of the streaming speed. Keep getting warnings coming up. That's M51 still. Why didn't it slew? M63, slew in center. There we go, that's better. I think there's just a lot of haze in the images tonight. That's why everything's taking a lot longer than normal. The guiding isn't as good and everything looks pretty grainy. It's Mr. ASI Ray, good evening. M94 is close, well let's just see what the sunflower looks like. Sunflower galaxy, 45 seconds of. I think the croc's eye is quite dark though, isn't it? I can't remember the number for it. Let's see what we can see. Well, it might be okay. 94. Oh. I think that's what I did last time, that's why it didn't work. I need to reboot my Home Assistant. Okay, Croc's Eye Galaxy M94. 45 seconds started. There's the Croc's Eye Galaxy. We've got a lot of haze. That's no good. A lot of haze. Yep, the full moon. That big lump of rock is causing all the problems. I wonder if I turn, let me do a 50 gain and a 60 exposure and just see what happens. Let's have a look at change this area here. I think I've got an issue with the backlash. I don't never come back in at the same. Need to I need to try and work out what the settings should be. Okay, so that was 60 seconds at gain of 50 on the Crocs-Eye Galaxy. That looks a little bit better, there's not as much pollution there. What's next? Interacting galaxies, how far away are they? Magnitude 10.7, size, dimensions, I've lost the dimensions, apparent. Why can't I see it for looking? Doesn't have it. Why doesn't it have the size? I have got the Celestron focus motor on the RASA. Yeah, there we go. It's far too small. M106. Did we go there already? Don't think we did we? Did we? Can't remember. Okay, let me just have a look at that in a second. Hello, Mr. Pete, Astrophotography from sunny Aberdeen. That's my hometown. I take it that's Aberdeen, Scotland, and not Aberdeen somewhere else around the world. And last September I was back in Aberdeen. That was the last time, and then it was 4 years before that I was back there. Okay, so we're on M106. Let me just run 60-second exposure on that. The moon's gone blurry. Hey Cole, how are you? Did you get your big rig sorted? Well, Pete, my parents are over visiting, so they're from up the northeast as well, and they say it's better here, so yeah. Alright, so there's a 60-second on M106. It's just too much haze, too much light pollution, too much brightness from the big bad moon, which isn't helping. And I don't have any flats, we're not live stacking, so it is what it is. Alright, what was that other target? Donald says NGC3718. Let's have a look at Stellarium. NGC3718. We might be able to, there's a few galaxies in the area, so that's the field of view, so it might be just a dot on this scope. There's only one way to find out. There's the Home Assistant server this evening. You can see all the cameras, scopes. Don't know why this data is not loading. You can use the PixInsight tools, I believe, to do it from Nina. Typically I'll switch over to ASI Live Studio to stack live. So if I fire up ASI Studio, Okay, that's 60 seconds at gain 50 on 3718. Then we can do ASI live. There we go. NGC 3718. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7 galaxies, easily 8. So yes, what I would normally do is I'll set up everything in Nina, get the guiding going and everything, and then I'll disconnect the camera from here and open the camera in ASI Studio. Just make sure I'm on the right thing here. So yeah, disconnect that camera, then on here I'll connect the same camera, turn on the cooler. Let's do 10-second exposure just as a test. Let's turn the gain down. Custom gain 50. And then just hit start. And you can set calibration frames in here if you've got them, which I don't. We'll start to see it building up. Let's do a longer exposure, 30 seconds. Yes, that's how I'll normally do live stacking. Anyway, back to Nina. Equipment, camera, connect. Cool. Got to catch it before it warms up too much. Nothing really matters tonight with all this cloud, moon. Okay, where am I going now? NGC 3718, that's where we just were, Donald. That's it there. No, I don't think it is. M106 goes, isn't it? Sky Atlas 3718, 113235, 113235. No, that's 3718. Here's the other small galaxies around it which aren't in 106. Okay, I will do it again. 3718 Slewing Center. Sixty seconds kicking off. I think you were right, Donald. I must have not hit the slew. Because that looks different. There we go, you're right. So that's 3718, and which one's which? What's the neighbour galaxy? Oh, I've moved. The smaller one is 3729. So there should also be another couple. Where are they? So 3718, 3729, so off to the left or right, depending on the orientation. Now that'll be them here. Okie dokie. The vacuum cleaner galaxy. I have never heard of that. M109. What filter? L Pro. No, I have got, for the RASA, I use the IDAS NBZ UHS. Other filters I've tried with it produce big star halos. And then on the Edge 11, I've got the one of the L, I think it's the L Enhance. I can't remember. I'll have to go and have a look at the observatory. And then I've also got the Bada UHC that I use on the Edge. Okay, well that's slewing and centering. What else have we got? We need a nice bright galaxy. Surfboard. Surfboard and the owl. Probably won't see the owl tonight, but we'll should be able to see the surfboard. And this one's a bit washed. So let me just check what I've got for planetarium settings. Yeah, so I'm using this machine, so even though I'm remote desktoped into the observatory, I've set up Stellarium on my local computer here, and I've set up the remote server so I can pull the coordinates directly. So my rotation was 110 degrees. It won't really matter if I'm in the center. Okay, I've forgotten which one that was now. That was M109. 60 seconds. Another galaxy here by the looks of it. Another one there. So Sky Atlas, sorry, framing assistant, pull from planetarium. Can I zoom in on the star? One star. Yeah, I changed the cables today when I was messing around with God, what was I doing today? My memory's like a sieve. The USB controller, so I've now changed them so they're more coming out at the bottom 2/3. Alright, so let's come over here. Oh, we can see the owl, I think. I think that's the owl here, and that's the surfboard. Moon's still there. Isn't it a pain? It's a pain, but at the same time, a thing of beauty. Right, imaging. So there's the Owl Nebula, so let's do 60 seconds. Okay, so there's 60 seconds with the Owl and the Surfboard, Owl Nebula and Surfboard Galaxy. I don't think I've got Pix and Sight tools loaded. No. Okay. Alright, Donald, thanks for coming in by. See you later. I hope you get it all sorted. Okay, we've got the Cigar Galaxy, Bode's Galaxy, and the Garland Galaxy. It might be my frame. No, I'm just outside it, I think. Unless it's not coming up. No, missed it. And I moved now. Hello there. Underscore Phil underscore. Okay, so we're on the boards, cigar, and the garland. So let's do a 60 seconds on there. Ten seconds to go. And here it is. Alright, so there's the cigar galaxy, boards galaxy, and the garland. And too much light pollution. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to call it a wrap. I think we're getting into an hour and a half. I think I've been at it, and I need to go and call it quits. Let me just go back to the moon with the RASA. If I can find the moon again, there we go. Let's disconnect that. Disconnect that. And open it in SharpCap. How can you remove the vignetting? So what we do is take calibration frames, so flat frames, dark frames, and all sorts of frames, and when you stack them, it removes all that the best it can, depending on the quality of the frames. And I've lost the moon. It's around here somewhere. Have I connected the camera? Yep. Oh, there it is. Bit bright. Let's bring it into frame. And there we have the moon on the RASA 11 and the moon on the Edge 11. So the RASA scope 620mm focal length, and the Edge 11 scope is 2800mm at its current setup. Sometimes I use it with the 0.7 reducer, which takes it down to 1960mm. Yeah, we're almost a full moon. I think we're just passing it. Can't remember which way we are, which side of it. Anyway, that's it all for this evening. So thank you very much all for dropping in by. It's been a pleasure once again chatting with you all. And hopefully next time we'll have a smaller moon, so less light pollution, and we can do some proper stacking and things. And if you haven't seen my recent videos, so today I dropped a new one on the RASA 11, so replacing the TP-Link USB hub with the Pegasus Astro USB controller, and then a couple of videos last week was all about installing the UFC system on the RASA and also imaging as a test with the UFC system on M101. And then previous to that, there's a whole bunch of videos on setting up the streaming system and the observatory power system and the solar system and all that sorts of stuff. So feel free to check them out. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, please do consider hitting that button. It does help the channel grow and get some exposure. And yeah, thanks very much again. I wish you all clear skies and happy imaging. We'll see you later.